Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo.
Domo. Are we ready?
I am ready.
Cue the music, Joel. Oh, yeah. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Eat, Sleep, Install, Repeat podcast. I'm your host, Rudy, and as always, I'm joined by...
I'm Joel Hilditch.
Hello, Joel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. How are you?
Good. We are on episode 14, and today we are going to be talking all things Kenwood, specifically Kenwood replacement.
Direct replacement.
Direct replacement. Thanks, Joel. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking all things Kenwood direct replacement, which is Kenwood's new one-of-kind category for OEM replacement solutions. It's a whole new category.
Very exciting.
Very exciting stuff, yeah. Today, we're going to be joined by Kenwood's East Coast product specialist, Kelvin Rivera. And we're also going to have Josh Bowen dipping in a little later in the podcast. He's going to be a little bit late, but he'll be joining us as well today. Joel, today, on the way to work, and I don't know if this is like a sign or an omen.
Right.
But I saw an eagle.
Majestic.
Fly. Ah! Oh, God. It came right down and it hit a vulture. You know,
It's like, get out of my territory.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes you got to feel like the eagle, you know,
Yeah.
against the vulture. That's how. That's right.
Speaking of omens, see this.
Bad omen.
I just want to say, I don't remember what the brand of this trimmer is. I don't like it. Don't like it.
Well, tell them what happened.
So the trimmer is set up to where you can adjust the length by a dial. So I did one half of my face. I was trying to get some hair out. I was hitting it, and when I hit it, it went all the way down. I started on this side of the face, and then everything's gone. So obviously I had to match, and now I'm not happy because my face is cold.
And you look.
And I look like a baby.
That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say bald.
Oh, yeah. I feel bald.
Yeah. But it'll grow back.
It will grow back.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the show, Kelvin.
Thank you for having me.
We're excited to have you today. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm glad to be included in the actually, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, he informed us that he's going to be on later. So
Yeah, he should be back in a bit.
Okay. Well, I already did the intro for this episode, but I basically told our audience that we're kind of going to be going over everything direct replacement today, Kenwood's new OEM replacement solution. But before we do that, this is the first time, I'm meeting you, and I think even the audience would like to know maybe just a little bit about yourself, who you are, how'd you get started in the industry, how long you've been working with Kenwood, maybe, go over kind of what you do, with Kenwood as well.
Yeah, for sure. So I have been in the industry for about 7 or 8 years at this point. It's kind of hard to tell. But I got my beginnings at Best Buy actually as a TV salesman.
Okay.
And then I ended up jumping over to the Bay once that position opened up. But after that, I got picked up by a small shop, worked there for about the brunt of my career, for about 6 years as a tech. And then the position at Kenwood opened up, and I've been with them for about 2 years now. Almost 2 years, coming up on 2 years.
And what is your title? What do you do with Kenwood?
So I am the East Coast mobile product specialist. So I handle tech support, trainings, and events like these. Anything east of the Mississippi, that's going to be me.
Well, cool. Yeah, a lot of kind of the common theme that we get for our guests on the show is that a lot of them started out in the install bay. A lot of them were installing things and radios and stuff before ever getting in, on the manufacturing side of things. So, were
you more excited to go from the TV to the install bay? Is that why you jumped? Sure. Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
As soon as I started working at Best Buy, I was like, I need to get in that bay. I don't care how long it takes.
Uh-huh.
I am not for the sales floor.
What year did you say that was? Around Best Buy time?
2018, 2019, something like that.
Okay. I don't know how do you want to necessarily get into the direct replacement, But maybe for anyone who hasn't heard of it yet, what's the new direct replacement category and what makes it different from traditional aftermarket radios?
Well, to be completely honest with you, you probably said it in the best term possible, and that's category.
Yes.
So the way that I consider it is there's always been singled in and doubled in, and it was like that for about 20 years without any change whatsoever. And there was modular that came around, but for me, modular really didn't take off because it lacked that integration aspect of life. But that's where we did it differently. So when we came out with direct replacement, we consider this an entire category because we partnered with Idatalink Maestro. And it was with their help that it allows us to put our stuff or our components for the receiver and the panel into the factory locations. And then because it's Maestro powered, everything gets retained. So it truly is, like the name implies, and it's generic as it is for a reason, a direct replacement to your system.
And I mean, when you guys were kind of leading up to the launch, that was the biggest marketing point, I would say, was that, this is a whole new category. This is a whole new
way to think about it.
Way to think about it, yeah.
And you guys had to work very closely with Maestro, I'm sure. I mean, were they kind of doing the getting the cars and figuring out that part of it? You guys? They have been notoriously known for working really hard, and I feel like they put their nose to the grindstone when it came to this. Mm-hmm. And how many cars right now are there covered?
So about, I know there's like a bunch of different manufacturers, Ford, Chevy, GM. To the exact number, I'm not sure. That would be something I would have to ask Josh when he comes in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What all comes in? Like, what all do you need to start installing these direct replacement radios? Like, what comes in the box? What,
So realistically, the way I put it when it comes to talking to like the sales staff, especially, is you're going to need 4 things. And that's going to be the Apex kit. That's going to be the vehicle specific aspect of the installation.
And that's the Maestro part, right?
Correct. Okay. Yes. Well, there's that and the RR. Or the RR2, depending on the application. Then there's going to be the radio itself, of course. And then we try to tell everybody that you need a Kenwood harness. So there's a very interesting point about these radios, and that is the fact that they do not come with a power harness inside of the box. And that is really to promote the plug and play aspect of it all. It's as close to plug and play as we can get. I know a lot of people don't like that word. But I mean, it truly is a T-harness style. You plug it in and then put it back into the vehicle solution.
Mm-hmm.
And so no dash kits or anything like that needed?
Nope.
Right.
Nothing like that. So when you open the Apex kit, realistically what you get is a bracket or a series of brackets that are a hardened metal and that T-harness style solution for the vehicle. So it really is, you put it right back into the factory location. And then from there, you just put the OEM paneling back.
One thing that I found interesting, kind of when this was all coming up, was I heard a stat that says that about 19% of 2020 vehicles were upgradable. And
correct.
Given this, the direct replacement solution, that number goes up much higher. I heard up towards like 70%.
That is exactly it.
Now that opens up a big market for dealers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite things, especially when you're presenting or when I'm presenting direct replacement. It's at the forefront of my presentation because I feel like it makes the best impact. I mean, numbers are as harsh as they're going to be the truest form of communication. And seeing that graph go from 2005, where it's at like 96% of vehicles can get their radio replaced, dropped all the way down to 19% in 2022 vehicles. I mean, it's enough to scare people.
Mm-hmm.
But then, bringing it back to that 70%, it shines a new hope in the industry that, I honestly haven't seen in a while.
Well, and I think as technology kind of progresses, things progress with it too. So
correct. Yeah.
But these Apex kits and everything, they're kind of going towards cars that, previously weren't able to do it. So, I mean, that's making a big jump for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know that in about all of the compatibility, there is 27 different models that have never previously had a solution that now do because of direct replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that time, like, at the install bay, like you were saying, someone brought one of those cars and they kind of just have to go, well, sorry.
It's like I can sell you what is it, like a Bluetooth chip and a dash cam, but I can't help you much after that.
Yeah.
Did you mention what were some of those vehicles that could, like that before weren't able to be worked on, but now, are?
One of my favorite ones is going to be like the Infinity line, the QX60s and 70s. It's a vastly popular car that has been told no for years at this point, that now has a solution because of direct replacement. One of the more interesting ones are going to be the Chevy SS. I mean, there's only about like 12,000 of those in America, but I mean, it's a huge enthusiast platform.
Yeah.
And those guys have a solution that'll just go right into the vehicle now as well.
Yeah. Chevy SSs are cool cars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Chevy. Joel's a Chevy guy.
I'm sorry, Commodore.
Not a Chevy guy. Joel's a Ford guy, I meant to say. Sorry.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I love me some Fords too.
Yeah.
I mean, while we're on the topic, what is it, like the Edge for that series of years? That's one that never really had a solution. That has one now. The Explorers, that's another one.
I think the Mustang was one of them too, right?
Yeah, the Mustang. I mean, the Mustang has had solutions, but they haven't always been like the greatest or most cost effective. But now, I mean, they have something that'll just go right into the dash. And I mean, that's a whole nother aspect to think about direct replacement as well, is there are solutions out there. I mean, let's take the Ford Taurus, for example. I believe it's like the newish ones, like the 2010 to like 14 or 15. I mean, those dashes, they never previously had a solution before that didn't cost under $900 when it came to an integration kit. Well, now that money can be shifted on over to a receiver that's going to give the customer all of the bells and whistles that they want, all the feature sets that they crave, without having to sacrifice in receiver to accommodate for that dash kit.
That's actually what I was gonna ask that next is, so basically when they install this direct replacement, it is basically just like installing any other Kenwood head, like a DNX, whatever. It would be just like putting that in. You're getting all the same features, right?
Right. So like the GUIs are very similar. I mean, there have been updates done to the direct replacement because, I mean, it's our newest flagship. But I mean, you're going to get all the same feature sets that you love out of our top end Kenwood system. So wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, 4-volt pre-outs, advanced tuning of your audio system. Just everything that you could want out of a Kenwood is going to be in this direct replacement unit.
And you hang on to your factory settings.
Correct. Yeah. You don't have to deal with aftermarket paneling or climate controls or anything like that, because it's all OEM. It's been proven to work.
And that's all coming from the Maestro, the RR, or the RR2, I think, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Yes.
What are you? Are you Ford, Chevy? What kind of guy are you?
I'm actually a Euro guy.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to pick like a pickup truck platform or anything like that, I'd go Toyota all the way. But
well, they survive war zones, so
exactly. That's my point. Like, you could take the engine out, put it in the bed, and it probably still run.
Yeah.
But
what about car?
I mean, like, I drive a GTI, 24 GTI, and I mean, I'm in love with the Euro platform. Before that, I had a BMW, and like, you get a lot of gripe for like electrical issues and stuff, but at the same time, I mean, it's what I do.
So you're kind of already used to it,
right? Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I always liked Audis.
Yeah. Rudy was, when I first met Rudy, that's what he had. He had an Audi, and I thought he was like, the most cool guy. I wouldn't say.
Thanks, Joel.
No, what I actually thought was, wow, look at this guy with an Audi. Because we were in high school, but it was, second or third hand by that time, and
yeah, but that's not what you thought.
No, it's not. I'm just
You're
trying.
Like, who's this prick?
I wasn't gonna say it, but yes. But then, when we became friends, I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And it was a stick, and I never could learn how to drive it because it was the weirdest clutch ever.
Yeah. I bet Volkswagens are similar, but on the Audi, the clutch took right at the very end. Like some cars have had, the clutch catches.
They have some play.
Yeah, catches in the middle. You just hold it there. In the Audi, it was at the very, very end. It would start to take off, and it was like the slightest touch.
I never could get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could big toe it and be fine.
Yeah, it was a 99 Audi A4. It had 140,000 miles when we got it, and we actually bought it from one of our dealers. So we got a good deal on it.
And then he sold it, and the timing chain immediately went.
Yeah, it had like 200,000 miles on it. Yeah. But I love that car. It was the
I
one.
would say you definitely got out at the right time.
Yeah, it was a 1.8 turbo, so it had that, that 4-cylinder in it, and it was a good car. 200,000 miles on it by the time, we got out of it.
I feel like pre 05, just about any Euro treats you right till about that like 175 to 200.
Yeah. I've actually been looking for a 99 A4, I just think it would be cool to pick one up again.
Yeah.
So.
Especially
my first car was a 97 Prelude, and I feel the same way. I've been looking for a
yeah.
Prelude. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I loved that.
I had my first drivable car technically was an Acura Legend, a 1990 something, 1991 or 92 or something. So yeah, that was fun. It had a power steering leak that I could just never find. I never ever. I would put cardboard underneath it at night, and there would be no power steering fluid gone. But then I could not steer it because the power steering fluid was gone. Never could find it. And then I sold it, and then the girl that bought it immediately wrecked it and totaled it.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna say I don't remember.
I know. Like before we jump back to it, I do want to say this. So I had a very similar experience with my Prelude. So it's like the H22A motor. The alternator sits on top, but it runs the belt right off the power steering. It left me stranded on an intersection mid-turn because that bolt snapped. So I muscled it into the parking lot and wedged a stick to hold up the alternator. It just got me home.
I was gonna say it got you home, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, not really awesome, but it's awesome you got home.
It was an experience.
Well, not to get too far off, but Joel, you just lost your car.
I did. I had a Kia Soul, and the head gasket, it just blew a head gasket last Thursday. I was driving, and it was a stick, and I loved that car. It was free to me, and it just so good on gas, and I treated it like a truck because it was, a Soul, and I loved it. I loved it so much, and I'm so sad it's gone.
Well, you hit a deer too.
I hit a deer, so that probably started causing some of the issues because it started having weird electrical stuff. But yeah, I hit the deer and I pulled over and everything was fine. I mean, it got the radiator a little bit, which probably started causing some of the issues, but it never leaked. And then, last Thursday I was driving, I got off an exit and pulled in to a parking lot and turned it off because it was making a terrible racket, and the fan wouldn't shut off even with the car off. So I was like, well, that's not good. And I opened up the hood to tear off the negative post to kill the fan, and there was oil and antifreeze everywhere. So I was like, well, this is done.
Sounds like the deer got you back.
Yeah.
We got a lot of deer.
It's terrible.
It's Route 2 is where the company's located. It's in West Virginia, and terrible for deer, especially right now.
He hit one.
Yeah.
The girl out there's hit a couple. I mean, it's just...
Oh, geez.
Actually, the guy that we work with, Jared, he has a GTI too, and he hit one not long ago.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Let's get back to it. Another question I have is one of the big highlights is the separated display in the chassis design. Can you explain how that works and why it's such a big deal for installers?
No, I mean, to me, it allows the flexibility. Now, that being said, I mean, direct replacement, once you get the kit, they go in very specific locations that vary from vehicle to vehicle, but they are all, meant to fit back into the factory location of the tuner. But now that being said, if you're using the radio for a custom application, not only is there the harness that it comes with, which is about a foot or 2 foot. I mean, it really doesn't give you much. It's just enough flexibility for that installation. But we do have an extension harness that's 4 feet 9 inches that allows you to put that tuner pretty much anywhere. Especially, like I said, if you are doing that custom application work.
So you can kind of get it in different places where you're not trying to... How big is that?
Oh, man. It's about the size of a small book. I mean, it's really, really tiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's not quite a full-size singled in, but it's also not quite as small as a shallow chassis. It's somewhere in between.
So, yeah, it gives you more options to be able to hide it different places depending on the car.
You're talking about custom applications. What would a custom application look like? Different placement, you're running into issues, or?
So when I think custom work, at our booth at SEMA just recently, we had this really beautiful old pickup truck that had a direct replacement unit in it. And what they did is they took and flushed the screen into the dash. But I mean, obviously, we don't have an Apex kit or, harness that's going to fit that vehicle. So what he had to do then was just take the Kenwood harness from Maestro and just lop off the Maestro side, and then it functions as a regular radio harness.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess is there any other direct replacement, maybe like some tips or tricks that we could pass on to our dealers?
Yeah, so there's actually a few things that I've ran into. There was this thing that I won't get into the weeds about that happened on early launch of the unit that affected just one area. But I would say one of the things that, when you're installing these things, absolutely make sure that you're updated. Mm-hmm. As I said, there are flagships, so they get a really good amount of attention. So if there's anything wrong with them, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be an update for them, and it'll take care of pretty much everything that you need. Mm-hmm. The other thing that I have personally encountered that I get a lot of calls about, at the end of the day, direct replacement as a chassis is, it's a silver box with a black faceplate. So it's very easy to install this upside down. Oh, okay. And one of the really cool features about this radio is that it does feature an internal gyroscope system to it for one of the sub-menu features that it includes. And because of this, if you install it upside down, you will get a hard error saying, hey,
your car's upside
orientation down. Error. Yeah, pull over. But realistically, what you got to think, or what you got to keep in mind, is if it's a traditional radio install, where we call horizontal. So like, let's say, for example, like a Ford F-150, where it just goes back to where the tuner is and it sits like a regular radio install would. That is horizontal, and you would need to face that sticker side up. Okay. With the black faceplate coming out to you. So that's the correct way to mount that. Okay. The other one is vertical, and then you're going to want the harness on the very top. So the power harness is going to go on the very top if it's a vertical style orientation. Now there are exceptions to this with for example, the Jeep JL installations. Mm-hmm. Those are going to have the harness going down, but it's always going to be closest to the driver steering wheel.
Hey everyone, let's take a minute from our regularly scheduled program. You might be wondering, who is Davis Distribution? Well, I'm here to tell you. Davis Distribution Systems is a regional wholesale distributor that has a passion for bringing success to custom install shops and installers. We service customers in Ohio, West Virginia, Western PA, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, Virginia, Southern New Jersey, Delaware, and DC. Our company offers a quality selection of consumer electronics, including 12-volt audio, video, navigation, tint, home audio, video, and various accessories for the residential and commercial custom install markets. So if you own a custom install company, reach out to us today to see if we can help you. Don't forget, guys, if you love technology, helping people out, installing things, this could be a great career path for you. So
get to it. All right, I just got alerted here that Josh has joined us, so let me go ahead and add him in.
Yeah, come on in, buddy.
There he is. Whoa, look at that pose he's just struck.
Whoa.
Welcome back, Josh. How are you, sir?
These two guys.
Oh my gosh, look at this. This is like, my God, guys, look at this setup.
It's guys brand new.
Fancy.
Brand spanking new.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys just flew me out to Austin, Texas, and one of you are about to tell me about your last DMT experience.
Oh my goodness.
Top level.
That's him.
DMT?
Yeah. That's not me.
It was a Joe Rogan reference.
No, yeah, definitely.
It was.
Okay.
You guys should really try some DMT.
It'll change your life.
Congratulations on your new position.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
What is it? Tell everyone.
What is it?
Yeah.
Well, as life would unfold in happy little accidents, I have somehow landed the Midwest Regional Sales Manager position here at Kenwood. So, I know, right? It's crazy, but I'm not doing the trainings anymore. I'm not doing the tech support anymore. But I do still get to work with Davis, which is absolutely awesome.
That is awesome. Well, we got Kelvin now, too.
Yeah.
And we've been talking to Kelvin. I mean, he might be our new best friend.
Okay.
Josh has left the chat.
I was going to say, you want me to just go now? Or?
Yep. Stage left, buddy.
Yeah. Get a camera that doesn't make you blurry, and then throw jokes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Or kills my light.
Well, Josh,
So where are we at? What all have we talked about?
we're still on direct replacement. I had one more
Correct.
question, but I wouldn't mind hearing some highlights from you, Josh. Maybe we've covered chassis separation. We've covered
Just the sheer amount of vehicles that will now have an option.
Yeah, application.
Did you see that Maestro announced that they're going to start shipping the IN1 kits now? So the Infinities, the Nissans, like those are all. Did you guys talk about that?
We did.
He did bring up the fact that yes. Go ahead, Kelvin.
No, I was going to say that we brushed over the compatibility with the Nissan kits, but that is really important highlight to Josh's point that the Infinity kits are going to now be shipping.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Maestro, I think bringing that kit out to the market will be pretty exciting. Obviously, the Ford kits, the GM kits, those have been big. The IN1 is the one that I'm excited for because that's like when we start getting into like vehicles that no one can put a radio in now, right? Like, there's a lot of other cool features when you get into like the GM3 kits that have like that motorized screen function that retains the factory pocket behind it. That's really cool. And that definitely brings that wow factor. But like when you get into the vehicles that you can't change the radio in, like, these Infinities and Nissans, to me, that's like an added layer of like how great direct replacement is. You keep the wow factor, but you're also expanding that compatibility at the same time. And now we get to see that in real time since those kits are starting to ship.
Yeah, he was even telling us about the Chevy SS, which is kind of, an outlier, let's say, but it's like a cult classic. It's something that, enthusiasts love, but now you guys have a solution for that as well.
Yeah. And what's funny about that actually is, so, in Australia is the reason that kit was actually created. So in Australia, they have the Holden Commodore, which is...
He said, okay, I remember. You did mention Commodore.
Yeah, so that's the Australian version of that car. Actually, when we were there, I saw them. They were everywhere. Ask Kelvin. It was like,
oh yeah,
out of every 5 cars you saw on the road, one of them was a Holden Commodore. So
wow,
it made sense. But we shared that, that development with them. So they get a lot of it, but we do have some of the VF1 kits here in the state. But what was funny to me is whenever we brought this, to market. Actually, the last time I was on this podcast, we were teasing the launch of direct replacement, right? I mean, we did the whole, like, I'm not saying anything and whatever, but that was all leading up to this launch. And during that time frame, I was still running the social media accounts for JVC and Kenwood. And what was really cool about the SS specifically that you're bringing up is Australia posted a picture on their social media. I think it was their Facebook. And it was just a picture of the dash of the Commodore with the direct replacement in it. And it just said like now covered or something like that. Mm-hmm. And the amount of direct messages that we got of SS owners in the States, like taking that screenshot and sending it to us going, wait a minute, is the SS going to be covered? Like it was crazy. So that's kind of become a story that I've shared with everybody is it's like this direct replacement solution, it's a solution for everybody. But like when you get into the enthusiast market that's used to being told no, like that's a whole other layer to this that I think is really exciting.
Kelvin gave us a really good rundown, but just because you're jumping on now, could you give us kind of a rundown in your own words briefly of just, direct replacement and, why you guys are so excited about it right now?
So the way that I've always told it, and maybe Kelvin is using this too, I don't know, I didn't hear it, but we made a radio that fits the car instead of a car fit your radio, right? And like to explain that further, traditionally, when car audio like all first started getting big, the radio fit the car, right? It was a single den opening, and then it moved to a 2-den opening. So then we saw, double den style chassis. But then manufacturers changed that, and they started separating components and moving them in different places. And we never adopted that new footprint, right? Like we just stuck with the double den chassis, and then we found ways that you had to modify the dash, relocate your climate controls or cut a ton of plastic out of the inside in order to fit a radio that's, this tall and this deep, as opposed to now, like, we took that next step, right? And that's what I think is so exciting is this opens up possibilities for a future that honestly at one point kind of started to look dim. Like it didn't really look like there was going to be a lot of options for radio replacement. But now since we've followed this new format, we have chassis separate, screen separate, which is exactly what the OEM manufacturers are doing right now. And it really kind of brings us back into the game. And I think that's why there's like this breath of fresh air when we talk about direct replacement on my end, at least.
The one thing I'm excited about for direct replacement is to see kind of the future of it. I mean, obviously it's exciting right now, but I'm excited to see what, as technology progresses. I mean, AI's, coming up right now and everything like that. Like, where does this thing go? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of applications get added and things like that. So kind of to what you're saying is, I think it will open up all kinds of, awesome applications and things like that into the future.
Actually, that was one of the questions I had, Kelvin, that you couldn't quite answer. Maybe Josh could, was how many cars right now, like a roundabout?
As far as like
Compatible.
currently covered right now?
Yes.
Oof. Oh, that is a good one. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to it either.
Okay.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah,
It's a
lot.
lot.
Good amount.
It's a lot. I mean,
good
when you
amount.
look at a kit like the FO1, for example, which is the most popular kit, I mean, that kit covers, I think it's like 25 applications or something like that. In just one kit, and I mean, you got 12 kits and some of them cover more, some of them cover less. But yeah, I would have to say it's over 100 probably at launch right now. Different types of vehicles. The number that we were throwing out was 45 million vehicles on the road today will be compatible on like what we kind of deemed like the phase 1 era of the direct replacement rollout. Now, I mean, that's like independence, right? So you figure if there's, 30,000 F-150s, that 30,000 goes into that number of 45 million, right? So, but yeah, I mean, if I had to say today, like different types of vehicles, I would say it's probably over 100, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Different kinds. Yeah.
Yeah, we did go over the, 2020 vehicles, it was 19% coverage. And then after this direct replacement, it goes up to like 70%. Something like,
51% boost in sales, man.
Yeah. That's a way bigger market. Yeah.
Right. And that's what I was saying like earlier, kind of goes back to that, like feeling like there is a light, again, and it doesn't feel so dim anymore because you get to see that number change. And then the real world of like seeing these kits ship and seeing these products starting to get installed in cars, and in some cases it simplifies the install process. I don't know if you guys talked about that or not, but
we didn't actually.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cases where it's equal to or easier than it is right now to put, an aftermarket radio in your car. Look at a kit like an F-150, for example. That is a pretty simple installation at that point. With the efforts that we've put in with Maestro, right? Maestro really did all the brain work behind, that type of the installation. But when you look at that, like a lot of these installers are going to be really happy whenever they put these kits in and they start looking at how simple this process is in a lot of applications. Now, there's some where it's like, it may take you a little bit longer, but those are applications where we're talking about that motorized structure and screens going up and down, which to me is just a whole other layer of how cool is this,
Well, okay.
Yeah,
so going on that then, a typical kit, like, maybe one that like, let's throw out the motorized thing. What does the process look like? I mean, we might have covered this, but like just a quick and dirty, like what is the process? Get the old out, the new in, blah, 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 all that.
So, I mean, if I may jump in, because it really is just as simple as you just said it. I have had this saying for a while now when it comes to my trainings and explaining it to the techs, that if you can remove this radio out of the vehicle for most installations under direct replacement's umbrella, you can put this new radio back in. Because again, it's all going into the factory spots. Like the screen and the tuner, the chassis is going right back into the factory location. And then a lot of times, I mean, you could bench prep this, rip the radio out of the dash, and then throw this new one in. For an experienced tech, we've been saying like 45 minutes to an hour.
Wow.
For a baseline installation, like the Ford F-150, for example.
Well, and that's because they're already used to flashing an RR module and all that, so that's because that's just part of it there. So really, they're already used to that.
Exactly. So like the only extra step, since you said flashing, these Apex kits will also have to be flashed.
Oh, okay.
So now they're when you flash a module, you have to tie in the serial number. These Apex kits will also have to be tied to that flash. Is a better way to put that.
And that whole flashing thing, that's coming. The serial number, I think, I forget what it was we did, but because it's just all these crazy people are trying to like copy these kits, right? Like, so now they're like, we got to make sure it's an actual Maestro kit.
Exactly. I mean, so like when you think about it, or like when you really look at it, Dattling and Maestro did a ton of R&D to try and get these kits out. I mean, the T-harness style that's going to fit every vehicle in their compatibility, and those metal brackets that are also going to fit every vehicle in the compatibility. But at the end of the day, that's all that's in the box is the T-harness style harness and the metal brackets. I mean, it's very easy to counterfeit. Right. So, I mean, to your point, yes, I mean, it is needed to cut down on that. What is it? The counter. What's the word I'm looking for? Piracy, if you will.
Yeah, piracy. That's a good word. That's what I was trying to think of a good word for it, too.
So just to kind of bring it all together, if we were kind of closing up the direct replacement part of this episode, what kind of customer or vehicle situation is direct replacement perfect for?
Realistically, just about anybody. I mean, if you look at the radio itself, those 4-volt pre-outs, I mean, they're going to do wonders for an audio enthusiast. Where at the same time, if you look at not to be ageist or anything, but like the little old lady that wants the radio that has the maps on the screen, I mean, it's realistically a solution for everybody. And hopefully in the future, it'll be a solution for every vehicle.
If you were still working in the install bay on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited would you be?
Oh, like 15, man. the less soldering and like wiring I have to do, the better. Get this thing in and out and be done with it.
There you go.
I would agree with that, though. I mean, direct replacement really does that. I mean, there's a spot where it fits for pretty much anybody, any customer, right? As long as their vehicle's compatible, it's a top end product. So it's got all the bells and whistles, all the features, anything that, you would look for in your Kenwood receiver. If it's, wireless mirroring, obviously wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, like HDMI inputs, 4-camera inputs. It's got all that. But at the end of the day, like, it's also a great solution for, that customer who wants a simplified experience. Because, when you put a direct replacement back in the dash, your customer doesn't have to relearn how to interact with that product. With Maestro, they're now retaining like factory volume knobs, factory, seek, scan, tune, like all those factory buttons on the dash still work the way that they did. So learning curves are simplified. So even for the customer that needs something that can function more OEM, like this checks that box for them too. Like it's pretty diverse, I guess, in the target audience range.
And that's nice too, because like like I'm just thinking of like steering wheel controls, like that's all just gonna get moved right over and be working.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty seamless like transition for your customer going from factory to an aftermarket. In this case, they get new features, but the experience and the interaction stays the same.
Oh, couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
What? Well, I guess let's like shift gears a little bit. Anything new or upcoming you guys can hint at? I think it's a thing. It's a thing for our episodes to hint some stuff.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you though. Really, like our focus is right now our direct replacement and looking at like anything new, upcoming, exciting from that. I would really lean more towards looking at the expansion of that. I mean, we do have some other products that are new, and Kelvin can probably share a little bit about them. But like a DMX 8710S, for example, is going to start shipping very soon, or has already actually at this point. It's already started shipping. So. There's features there that, Kelvin, if you want to share with them, you're more than welcome to.
No, for sure. I mean, it's going to be, it's kind of hard to describe because I hate the words entry level. It makes it sound very bland, but it's anything but. So, I mean, if you look at the 8710, I mean, it's full HD display, wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto at a very good price point.
Well, can we talk retail price?
About $549.
Okay.
I want to say. Retail pricing.
What size screen are we looking at?
So it's a 6.8. Sorry, Kelvin. Old habits die young.
No, you're good. You're good, Mr. Junkie. So yes, it's a 6.8 screen size screen, but it's a doubled in size. I believe it's a shallow chassis, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't had the pleasure of seeing one in person, but no mech unit, so doubled in shallow mount chassis with the 6.8 full HD display.
Real quick, just to like Josh just said, but this is actually our first time doing this podcast with more than one guest. So we're kind of getting used to this too.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is, yes.
I'm honored to be.
I don't feel
that.
left out.
You guys should feel very honored. We did a test last week just to make sure this would work.
You said this is the first time for the setup too, right?
It's
for the look.
For the look,
like
yeah.
we got our
The
new.
look.
Can you? I don't know if your guys' camera. We got two cameras going right now.
Yeah.
Can your guys' camera see the eat, sleep, install, repeat?
That's
Mine
what we
can.
see.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's
It's like
brand new.
it's like a direct shot on you guys with
Mhm.
that right behind
Like
you.
off
Shoulder.
Hell yeah. Do you think it looks better or what?
I do.
Yeah,
I think
like
it looks great.
Yeah.
It's my first time, but I think it looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I liked your old setup too, but
Yeah.
I do like this a lot.
We tried
The
to
eat, sleep,
simplify a
install.
little bit
Yeah.
and
I think it's good.
on brand, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, Rudy's
So,
even got this.
I got the shirt on.
You're
Well,
just
Kelvin
missing,
said
like,
he-
the only thing I think that would make it better is if there was like an orange couch that you guys were sitting on right now.
We tossed that around too. That idea.
We did.
of
Do we
like,
keep the couch?
well, we got the couch.
We just never used
we
the
kept the
couch.
couch.
We've only ever used the couch for Orange Couch,
Crush,
which
yeah.
Kelvin, you haven't had a chance to be on yet. Josh will tell you how awesome it is. He loves that. So I think he's the one that loves it the most.
Probably.
You gave
You
the-
know, I'd be honest with you. I don't think I've ever had more fun on camera
Exactly.
than I have
So there you go.
during the Orange Couch episodes.
I don't know if I said this on our last podcast with Josh, but you gave the best answer to an Orange Couch Crush
He talks
answer
about this all
I've
the
ever
time.
heard. We asked you what was your favorite song, and you said Toto. It's Africa.
Africa, too.
That is,
Africa, baby.
it's the best. I mean, I couldn't think of a better song. Like no one hates that song. I've never met one person.
I remember
I've blessed the reins, man. I tell you, it's like it lives in my head on like not a daily repeat, but pretty close.
Yeah.
There's not a week that doesn't go by that I haven't listened to it.
yeah.
What was the actual question? Was it like
It was-
if
I
you had
think-
like a theme song or something? I can't
It was a
remember.
theme song or a song you have to listen to all the time or something like that. But I remember you saying it, and then I hear Rudy over on the like off camera. I just hear him go, "Yeah."
Hey, I'm happy to hear that.
What about you, Kelvin? What theme song would you have playing?
Oh, well, I mean,
Daily.
it really depends on the mood I'm on, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like for example, like if I'm cooking, I do a lot of lo-fi.
Yeah.
But if I'm driving, I could go anywhere from. Well, let me give you an actual answer. Hold on. If I had to pick one, I can't remember the name of the band.
I'd say you like it a lot then, huh?
No, I just listen to so much music that it's crazy. You know what? No, I take everything back. If I had to pick one, it's Separate Ways by Journey.
Oh,
Freaking love that song.
I don't know if I know that one.
separate ways.
Which
yeah.
one's that? Is that the Faith? No, that's Faithfully.
That's a good one too.
Which one's Separate Ways?
Go our separate ways.
I just tricked Joel into singing it. That's all.
All right. So I hate that it happened, but have you guys seen Stranger Things? It was like the theme song for a whole season.
I haven't watched
I hate
Stranger
that it happened,
Things
to be
since the
honest.
first season.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know. I need to get caught up too because the season where they played "Running Up the Hill" bugged me because that song now bugs me because it was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was too much.
It
was
was.
overused and overplayed. For
And
sure.
it, you still get on TikTok to this day and hear it, and I'm like, okay, enough, please.
Speaking of TikTok, I see Josh on TikTok all the time.
Yeah, I do too.
Building a grill.
You know what, man? Okay, so here's what I decided. I miss having a creative outlet.
Mm.
I used to make videos and do things for work, and I don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make a bunch of stupid videos that I don't care as much about and have fun.
But they are
Some
really
of them
funny.
get like attention, dude. The one I made with my son and I working out, we're like over 900 likes right now. I'm basically going to start charging for an autograph soon.
You should. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife's best TikTok video, like best performing TikTok video, is when she did so at some Lowe's stores, if you go behind the store, there's like, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a spot where you can pick up like stuff they don't want anymore.
Like the throwaway zone.
It's throwaway zone, but it's like, there's a term for it that like
Yeah.
everyone uses. I can't remember what it is, but like, you know, you can buy stuff super cheap. And she did that video, like she's outside of Lowe's doing it, filming it. She's like, you guys can go here and get stuff like super cheap. And it's done the best.
In terms of performance.
Yeah, in terms of performance, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's I don't know. It's fun. It's dumb. It's fun at the same time.
We were just talking about that though, because I mean, obviously, I follow the Davis TikTok, and I'll be, 1:00 in the morning watching TikTok in bed, and then next thing I know, there's Rudy, and I'm like, oh hey Rudy, and then like a couple down the road, it'll be like, oh hey Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, at least I get to stay in your mind.
That's true.
What about you,
Crazy
Kelvin?
work with
Where's
the
your
algorithm.
TikToks at?
Yeah, Kelvin.
I only have the one, and I actually made it when I was still a tech, and I did what was it? It was like an ambient lighting kit that goes in the doors. That shit, like it's almost like the Mercedes style lighting,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
I did that in a S2000.
Oh yeah,
I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's cool.
That is
I'm
cool.
gonna have to go find it.
Well, what else do we got from Kenwood? We cameras. Want to go over some cameras or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, just to remind like everybody that we are, I mean, a full line manufacturer. We've got so many products under the umbrella. Dash cams being one of them. But realistically, even with those, we've got something for everybody. I mean, DRV A310W, for example, is going to be our entry level, full HD, front facing. Has what is it? Motion sensing as a feature, a 3G axis, so it can sense that impact. Now, all of this stuff does need that hardwire kit to work for parking mode, because right out of the box, you're getting the camera and then you got the cigarette plug. But as we move up the line, you're going to get different resolutions, different resolution base. So, for example, the next one up would be DRV A510W DP. Now, this one's coming with a front and rear camera, but it does increase the resolution from what we consider. We call it wide quad HD, but the easiest way to think about it is almost like a 2K platform. It's not as, low resolution as HD, but it's not as high as 4K, with that rear camera also being HD. Then once you jump up to the DRV A610W DP, you still do get a front and rear facing, but this is the flagship. So it's a full 4K front camera, a 2K rear camera, and it does come with an SD card included. So it's the only one that comes with the memory chip included.
Yeah, driver safety is a big thing right now.
Yeah.
About a year or so ago, that video came out. I think it even hit like 12 Volt News and everything of that viral video that came out, and
Yep.
They were trying to like reverse into the other car. Yeah,
they were purposely trying to.
There's like a gray sedan pulls out in front and then just starts backing into it.
Wild stuff.
That video was the best thing that could have ever happened.
That's what I was gonna say. Like everyone in the industry at that time was just like, yes.
I mean, we even
100%.
posted that video and I got a good amount of hits and everything.
I mean, you also see those ones where it's like people just walking and then they like fall into a car and they're like, "Oh, you hit me!" Like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's I think really important about it. And I honestly, up until that video time frame, I never put a dash camera in my car either. But then after that, I was like, yeah, you know what? I do need this. One thing I like about ours though is like the motion activation too. So, if you have ours hardwired, like Kelvin was talking about with that hardwire kit, our new series, like the 310s, the 510s, and the 610s, like they actually wake up with motion detection. So if somebody walks past your car, like it will wake it up and then it'll go back to sleep as long as there's no, movement detected after that at the same time.
So that's with the car being off, right?
Right. Yeah. So that's why it's got to be hardwired, because you don't need the car on for that to happen. Plus the hardwire kit's got like a onboard voltage monitoring system. So it's not going to let the battery get, below a point where it can't crank anymore. So it keeps power functional whenever the car's off, but within a limit that it's not going to jeopardize like the integrity of your car's battery. So there's a lot of perks there that exist. But having that front and rear camera motion detection, I think is really cool. Some of the other systems out there, it may detect motion on the front, but most don't do it on the rear. And that's something that's kind of unique about ours. It does front and rear. The standalones work really well. They do over-the-air updates on them now too. So whenever you open the app up on your phone, it just tells you like, hey, this needs an update. You hit the button, downloads to your phone, pushes to the camera. Super easy to interact with. It's a pretty cool product, but it's also kind of a testament, I think, to who we are as a company. For us, it's always been important to be like a full line manufacturer. So we make receivers, amplifiers, subwoofers, speakers, but we also expand outside of that into accessories like dash cameras, right? And our thought behind that has always been like, when you go buy like a washing machine and a dryer, right? Like you don't buy an LG washer and a Samsung dryer, right? You traditionally buy matching sets because as consumers, we like to have like kind of that uniform, from A to B situation. And we want to be a company that makes sure we offer that to our customers. So, our customers have the ability to get essentially any product that they would want from an aftermarket 12-volt standpoint, from us, whether that's, safety products like dash cameras or, subwoofers and radios, amps, whatever the case may be. But that's something that's always made me pretty proud, to be a part of the Kenwood family, but also before I worked for Kenwood to sell Kenwood products was like, I know I've got good, reliable products, and I know they make almost everything I would ever need. So dash cameras just kind of, to me, tie that whole story together.
So say I park my car and it senses motion, say in the front. Next time I go and connect that to my phone, it's going to tell me this is what happened at that time. Yep.
Correct.
It'll wake up, it'll record it, it'll protect that recording, and then you can view it on your phone. So when I say protected, it means like it's
won't
stored
get
as
wrote
like
over.
Yeah, exactly. It won't let you record over that. It's going to lock it so that you don't accidentally lose it if it was a protected view.
Because if you're driving, I'm guessing it's kind of just recording continuously.
Yeah, it's like a DVR loop.
Yeah.
So it's just once it fills the card up, it just starts clearing out the oldest footage to make room for the new.
I did just want to throw it out there because I feel like it's important to mention for like the customers that do end up like with a 310 solution just to get a dash cam in the car. Because I've come across it a few times where, a customer would be like, man, I wish I got the 510 because I want the front and rear. Now that 310 is compatible with an additional rear camera as well that we can sell separately.
Okay.
So it's not limited to just a front facing system. If that customer does want to upgrade later down the road, they absolutely can.
Well, gentlemen, I don't have any more questions. Is there anything else you guys want to go over? I don't want to take too much more of your time.
Kelvin, did you tell him we discovered a cure for the common cold?
No, I didn't bring that up. I was too busy,
We're working on solving all of the world's problems one day at a time. Right now, we're really just kind of confined to the car audio realm, but
right.
Humble.
Well, once we buy up all the real estate,
Infinitely humble.
So you work on direct replacement from 9 to 4:30, and then the common cold from 4:30 to 5.
Yeah,
right.
Just 30 minutes of our time every day.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for letting me steal a little bit of screen time from you guys again, man. It's been a pleasure being back. That's
for sure.
We always appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're always welcome back, and Kelvin, you as well.
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely.
Thank you so much.
Any socials?
And I really enjoyed the Wombo Combo interview.
Yeah, Wombo
style. Yeah.
Any socials you guys want to plug, or website or anything?
We have all of them.
Kenwood USA.
Yeah, Kenwood USA is like that's the go-to for everyone, regardless if it's Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be. And then obviously, if you have any questions or if people are looking for any information on direct replacement, two great resources for that. Right, we have our website, but also ID-Link Maestro's website. That's where you need to go to look up vehicle compatibility. They will have the latest, the greatest, the most up-to-date information on what kits are shipping, what cars are covered, all that kind of stuff. So if you've got any questions about will direct replacement work in my car, go to idataLinkMaestro.com. And if you want to know about the features and the quality of the product that you put into your car as far as an aftermarket receiver, then I would go to Kenwood.com for that.
We can link those in the video description.
Yep.
Also, Maestro has, I believe, has amazing videos for direct replacement, like where it shows the dash popping out. I think is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
On their YouTube. Yeah. So their
we'll
YouTube
link that
channel
too.
will actually show like a step-by-step on how the dash is removed, what all happens in that aftermarket install process. And they do it per kit. So, it's independent to the vehicle. It's not like a generic format.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're like 3D renders, kind of.
Yeah.
Matt does those. Yeah. He's that dude's a
He's
wizard.
a guru.
Yeah. He makes magic happen.
Yep.
Well, Kelvin, hopefully, maybe next time if you come to the expo this year, we can get you on the orange couch, ask you some questions.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Actually love that.
Maybe both you and Josh.
Ooh.
I don't share.
Oh, okay.
Well,
See, that's the funny thing. Josh doesn't share, but he pops up in a lot of other Orange Couch videos where he'll just randomly be there.
That's true.
So
We had fun.
we always have fun.
No, yeah, we absolutely could do that. So I know you guys have 2 shows this year, right? A Midwest and an East Coast.
Yeah.
So without a doubt, Kelvin will be at least one of those, if not more than likely both.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
So
I look
we'll have some
forward to it.
opportunity.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yes.
Welcome back anytime, and we'll see you guys next time.
Sounds
Thanks
good.
very
Absolutely.
much.
Thanks for having me again.
All right. That's episode 14 for you guys. Director placement. It's hot. It's new. It's easy.
Exciting.
It's exciting. Opens up your market to vehicles you guys weren't able to do. We really appreciate Josh and Kelvin for coming on and giving us the rundown.
Very good episode. Lots of information.
Sign us out, Joel.
And that's all for Joel and Rudy. And we'll see you guys next time.
There you go.
Eat, sleep, install, repeat. Podcast.
It's a way of life.